After the murder of George Floyd in Minneapolis, there was this national uprising. And then here in Pasadena, the murder of Anthony McLean by a police officer ignited more protests here in Pasadena, but it's been civil. It's been a matter of people negotiating and talking with each other.
We pride ourselves for being a first-class city, but when it comes to policing, there's been a question mark. The community was saying to me that there seemed to be various types of policing depending on the section you lived in the city of Pasadena, because in policing it's supposed to be colorblind. We had to do something. We had to demonstrate to the community that we were listening, that we heard them.
Mayor Tornek was there at our side at the negotiating table because we had developed a relationship of some trust and understanding between him and the activists in the community. So when things in other cities were getting out of control and getting inflamed, here the hot anger became cold anger.
I don't think anyone could be immune to reacting and saying, you know, this kind of thing has really got to stop. And so I felt that we couldn't ignore this issue and that we really needed to make something happen in Pasadena and demonstrate to the public in Pasadena, the general public, not just the minority population, that we were going to make some important progressive changes in the way we do business in Pasadena.
Mayor Tornek was at his best when it came to talking to people in the community, talking to the police, talking to the business community, talking to the NAACP, for Endalon, the immigrant rights group here in Pasadena, the American Civil Liberties Union, people who are experts in the field, and saying, what is it we can do here in Pasadena as soon as possible to get some stuff done that will change the culture of the police department and change the rules by which they operate.
The mayor and I have taken a lot of arrows for taking leadership and presenting something to our colleagues on the Pasadena City Council. But that's the risk that was worth taking, because if you're going to have truly one Pasadena, you have to have all of Pasadena feeling that it's being treated fairly.
A lot of my friends among the activist community in Pasadena thought, oh yeah, they're gonna give us lip service, you know, like all politicians apparently do, and they're gonna tell us they're gonna do something, and then it's gonna be delay, 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 and we'll never say anything.
I was determined to bring it to a vote, to have a definitive conclusion. I didn't know what the outcome would be exactly, although I suspected that it would be a positive outcome. But I felt that we owed it to the community, and what I told the protesters on my front lawn a couple of days earlier was that I would be bringing it to the council for a vote on Monday.
And I think some of them were surprised at how quickly this happened, and surprised at how quickly Mayor Tornek grabbed the issue and ran with it and got the votes on the city council.
In the end, it was never Terry Tornek and John Kennedy. It was the whole Pasadena City Council, led by the titular head of the city, Mayor Terry Tornek, moving the city council as a whole to get to a place of consensus. That's real leadership. Not because I say I have leadership, it's because you demonstrate leadership, and objectively the community can say to you, that's leadership.
We think that democracy means a lot of meetings, but ultimately it means getting stuff done. So on the one hand, I was impressed by the mayor's patience at talking to everybody he could, but once he decided that, okay, let's get something done, the best of him came out. Within 48 hours, the city council unanimously voted to do something that is unprecedented in Pasadena, which is to create a civilian oversight committee for the police department.
It's not inconsistent to say that we believe in our police department, but we know we can do better. I think that is a sort of a fundamental premise of government in general, but particularly in this area. And it's absolutely clear to me that we have hard work to do in terms of gaining the confidence and the trust of the minority community in Pasadena, that they don't need to be fearful about being stopped by a police officer, that they can have confidence in the police department, and for the most part I think they do. But we have some work to do, and we're going to do it.
So we're seeking unbiased, fair, and proactive policing. And I think we're moving in the right direction because of Terry Tornek's leadership as mayor of this city.